Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Please support my channel by liking, subscribing, and please leave your comment. Ladies, let's have a discussion about choosing a good man. Choosing a good man is like winning a lotto, basically. Really. When you choose a good man, you are set for life. You will have a best friend, someone that you can build with, a man that loves you for you, a man that doesn't require effort to love. Believe me, there are men out there that does really require a lot of effort to love. A man that respects you and your wishes and let you be you. That's a good choosing. That's when you have really chosen a good man. You don't just land on a good man, you really choose. I'm only talking to women who want a long-term relationship, women or ladies who want to settle down, women who want to possibly have children or just settle down without children, but it's a long-term commitment. So it's really up to us as women to choose good men. We don't need to settle for the second best. I'm sorry to say that, but why would you want to settle for a second best while you are best? You're good, you're beautiful just the way you are, regardless of what you look like. That doesn't matter. You are good just the way you are. You understand what I'm saying? Do not reduce yourself to fit somebody else's ideal. As in, maybe you're a hardworking career woman who likes certain things certain way, but then you see that your biological clock is ticking and you feel like, if I don't just settle, if I don't just grab one and settle with, I might not be able to have kids anymore. I might not give them grandkids and blah blah and so forth. So you settle for the next guy who's just on the street just for the sake of having kids, just for the sake of a wedding. The good things about choosing a good man is you don't feel alone. As in, when you guys are at home, you are capable to have fun. You're capable to have a lot of laughter in the house. Even though it's just the two of you in the house, you're capable to tell stories, tell jokes, things that make you guys really laugh and be happy. There are relationships out there. There's not a lot of conversation going on. Dating is not meant for just the beginning of the relationship when you're trying to get to know a person, because knowing a person, it takes a lifetime. Knowing a person is not just a few months kind of situation. At the time when you're supposed to be just enjoying your company, you don't need to be doing something to have a good time. Just stories, jokes. Just sitting down, like hugging yourself, spooning while watching a movie that both of you like or one of you like, and the other one just tag along for the sake of fun. It's not just hanging out together in the beginning of relationship while you're dating, but hanging out together. Yeah, you're supposed to go on a regular date, like at least like once a month on a date with your hubby. It doesn't have to be a very expensive thing that can break your bank. It can be just a simple thing like going to the park, taking your own food from home, just to rekindle that love, just hanging together. Probably with your kids, if you don't have kids, just the two of you, just like you used to in the first few weeks that you dated. Violence in a relationship, it's definitely not the quality of a good man that you want. Not at all. If you give an excuse to a man who hit you once, you better believe it will happen the second time. The first time it happens, immediately you as a woman need to address it. You're not a punching bag to anybody. The earlier you know that, and the earlier you know that it's not okay, the earlier that you can do something about it. I understand there are lots of circumstances out there that make women end up in such situations that they're very vulnerable. But if you have the choice to choose, from the beginning, start with something that doesn't lead to violence at all. Choose yourself, love yourself. When you truly love yourself, you will see the red flag coming and you will run the other way, sister, and you will not look back. Do not put up with violence. And if you're already in one, there's services out there that are really willing to stand with women if they can just reach out. But if you're going through one right now, try to reach out. If you're just starting a relationship and you notice this kind of red flag, have a healthy relationship by communicating. That's what adults are supposed to do. You talk to one another. If one of you has wronged the other, apologize, make up case, forgive, and go on. So you're looking for a man here who's good at conflict solving. A man that's not going to hit you because they're angry and then later apologize. Choose a man that can solve problems verbally. So far we spoke about a man who's able to communicate, a man who's a problem solver, a man who's willing to have fun. So you need a man who's loyal. There's this thing with women that when a man cheats, yeah, you can forgive them, life goes on, and then they cheat again, and then you forgive them, and then they cheat again. Then 5 years later they're still cheating. Like, okay, so are you waiting for an invitation for it to hit your head that maybe I'm not in a good relationship? Or what exactly are you waiting for? I don't get it. If a man cheats on you for like 100 times in the last 1 year and you're still together with that man, exactly what do you think is happening in your relationship? Do you think it's a healthy relationship? The way I see it, you're just making excuses. You don't even want a relationship. If you are a serious woman who's looking for a serious long-term relationship, if the man cheats once, assess the situation. How did that cheating really happen? Was he dragged? Did he do it willingly? I mean, we all have the ability to control ourselves. So how did it happen? The first time it happened, assess the situation and how it happened. You could choose to stay because it's the first time. If it happens again, run the other way. Pack your bags and run. That's all I can say. What? He got dragged twice again? I don't understand. Who keep dragging him anyway for it to keep happening? Is it that he's too drunk? Every time he's drunk he can't control himself? Then maybe you should start addressing his drinking behavior. Or what is it? What's making him cheat? If you have the feeling and some kind of proof, for example, somebody's underwear, it's in your car, or there's a condom somewhere in your house, and there's an excuse of, oh, it was my friend. What kind of man are you dating? Or what kind of a man is your husband to allow another person to use your house or your personal property as their brothel? What kind of husband do you have, my dear? You need to start asking questions. Also, as the friend, I mean, you're trying to protect yourself from all the many STDs, so you need to be asking questions, because it happens again. You don't have an excuse for staying, and you don't need to bother your friends or family with the same stories of the problem that you don't want to fix. They need a person to kind of like calm them down every time there's a situation, to make them feel better that you will get through it, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, it should be your decision, because if you want to get through it, you will get through it. You'll make every kind of excuse under the sun to get through that moment so you can live to see another cheating. But if you really don't want to, you will make that decision. At the end of the day, right, we are the master of our own lives. When a man cheats and you decide to stay in a relationship, let's say 3 times in a year, right, and you decide to continue with that relationship, you have made your bed, lay on it. Know when to share, what to share, and why you're sharing it. Some women out there, they talk too much about their partners to basically everybody. Whatever happened in a day, there's always a phone call that goes out. The happy times within a few seconds. Basically anything that happened, you share it. For what reason? What exactly are you trying to get? They advertise their husbands, their boyfriends, their almost boyfriend, almost fiancés, husbands. When you advertise your supposed to be partner that much, exactly what are you trying to tell the other person? That you've got the best one? I mean, everybody wanted a good husband, right? Everybody wanted a good boyfriend. If you're advertising yours that much, then the other person might as well say, I want yours since I didn't find a good one. I want yours and I'm gonna get it. Since you don't want it anyway, if you want it, you wouldn't be talking so much about it. You'd have a little bit of privacy. Some things are supposed to be just between you and your significant other. Ladies, I know we all want a man that, when there's something going on and you want to talk to them, they actually listen. But do you know there's actually a type that can really listen? Within a few days, you say, maybe you just ask accidentally of what you guys talked about a few days ago. It was supposed to be a serious conversation, but to them, their mind was watching Homer Simpson or football or God knows what, NBL or whatever. They seemed like they were listening, but their mind was somewhere else. So when you want to have a good conversation with your partner, don't assume that they're always listening, especially when it's your turn to talk and your talking is dragging up to 2 minutes non-stop and you're still talking, you're still at it. You don't even know if it's snoring or something. You're just lost into the motion. So for you to be able to break through to your partner, to make sure that he actually is engaged in that conversation, every few seconds when you're talking, you need to have to pause and ask a question to make sure that your partner is really listening. There are people out there, not just men, even women, that whenever a conversation goes on for long, they get lost in it, their minds start wandering somewhere else. A good man should be able to contribute willingly to this discussion. Everybody does wrong, and everybody needs forgiveness. Well, I think we've covered my 2 cents. If there's anything else you would like to add to this discussion, please support my channel by subscribing, liking the video, share with your friends, share with that girl that needs a little bit of help, and leave your comment. It will help me and it will also help the other girls. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you in the next video.